Hi, my name's Leah Chantel. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to say, don't fight patriarchy with patriarchy. Now, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to hear more video content from me that is very useful in your day-to-day life. Now, what do I mean by don't fight patriarchy with patriarchy? Except in very rare cases when you have a lot of evidence to support you from the patriarchal model. And you have a crazy load of evidence, you might be able to go after somebody, but even then, be prepared for a very long, difficult process. And what do I mean by this? So I'm going to give you an example because when I'm talking about it broadly, people may not understand what I'm talking about. But I think when you hear my example, you're going to get it. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Taylor Swift and the lawsuit that she went through. This is like a rare case of patriarchy going against patriarchy, and she actually won as a woman. So, what do I mean? What happened? Okay, so there is an incident, and it was caught on photo of a man touching her bum, and 7 other people saw it at that time. And what she did was she released the photo and publicly embarrassed the guy for touching her bum. And what did the guy do? He did a very classic patriarchal move, and he decided to sue her. Sue her for millions, actually. And what was interesting was she said she was going to countersue for $1. So basically, she was just trying to clear her name from saying that she was maligning this man's name, even though there was a ton of evidence to support her. So she fought patriarchy with patriarchy and won. And the reason why she won was she had a lot of evidence, but she said that she had to go through a really difficult trial process. She had to keep reiterating the evidence over and over again. And the guy she was going up against just outright lied and said that he didn't do it, even though there was a ton of evidence to the contrary. And eventually she won, but she said that the process was very dehumanizing and it was an awful experience, even though she won. And that's an interesting example where it's a bad idea to tackle patriarchy with patriarchy, unless you're really, really prepared and you have a lot of evidence. Because most of the time, when you go after the patriarchal structure, it'll fight back when you go after it directly, and it won't be good. But what you can do is there are other ways to defy patriarchy without going after it. Because going after it is kind of actually a patriarchal move in a way that reinforces it, right? Like when somebody sues you and you sue back, you're doing the patriarchal thing too. But sometimes you have to if somebody comes after you. So the better way to counteract patriarchy is just to live your life, do practices that allow you to be in touch with yourself, speak your truth when it's the right timing, do it elegantly. And that's actually a better way to go about it than countersuing. But occasionally, when somebody really comes after you, you have to like go after them back. But I recommend avoiding that if you can. And I also wanted to talk to you about a Taoist quote, and it's from Lao-tzu, and I'm going to misquote it a bit, but roughly what he says is like, be like the tongue. The tongue will last a long time. Don't be like the teeth. So the teeth rot and decay over time, even though they're tougher, and the tongue is going to last forever. And I believe that's like patriarchy versus embracing the feminine. And I think the planet is tilting towards the feminine right now. The feminine is like the tongue. It's going to be the thing that stays in your mouth even when your teeth are rotted out. Well, nowadays we have better dentistry than in ancient times, but that's the way it went in ancient times. And patriarchy is kind of like the gnashing teeth. I don't recommend going after that directly because it will probably like just burn you out and gnash you out. But have faith that over time, patriarchy is loosening its hold and that we are going back to a tilt of love on the planet rather than the tilt towards power and patriarchy. I hope this was very helpful advice. If you like the advice, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I also have a self-love group called Leah's Self-Love on Facebook. If you want to join that, it's free and you'll get even more self-love tips. And I also have an Instagram page that I post on very frequently. So don't forget to check out Leah Chantel on Instagram. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Take care. Bye now.